Darrel, thanks for joining me for this mindful moment.
Glad to be
Um,
here.
yeah, so February we chose, because of you, the topic love is a verb. And I'd love to hear your thoughts about that.
Yeah, it's the title of a song by John Mayer. Love is a Verb, which I thought was really fantastic, and played it for my family, and told all my family to go and listen to it because on some level, I thought that it pretty much captures what love is for me. Um, you know the idea that we say we love each other is good. It's a very sweet thing to do, and people like to hear it. But on the other side of saying it is how you're showing it. And, in some ways that's even more important, because, that's the active end of how we relate to each other. So, I do want to say though, that hearing it, so talking to each other is also very important because, listening is one way we express love for each other. When you listen without judgment, we call that empathy. Just hearing what people are saying, trying to hear how they feel about things, trying to hear what they need in order to be healthy, is an important part of the process. And for me, that's where mindfulness comes in, because as I sit meditating, training my mind to be mindful, which is paying attention in a particular way without judgment. It's how I sort of practice that skill, and it comes into play, after I've been practicing it. When I talk to people, and I'm able to keep my mind focused on what they're saying, not judge them for what they're saying, and listen for those things that are important in our relationship.
Yeah, I found that topic to be very powerful for me. Being a mom who has raised children, I feel like so much of the way that I have loved the kids in my life is by doing things for them, to
Yeah,
support them, to guide them. I mean, even just cooking their favorite food or something like that.
yeah,
And that really, for me, um, more than saying, "Oh, I love you, sweetheart," the little things that you try to do in your life to support and encourage and make easier the life of the other, is by doing.
yeah, yeah. I love that. What comes to mind is how those things that we do don't necessarily have to be big things, right? Oftentimes we think, oh, if you love somebody, you buy them a car, or you clean the whole house, or do some kind of grand gesture. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be something relatively simple. Now, I don't know if the favorite meals you made were really complicated, but in our house, pancakes are a big deal, and that's about as simple as it gets. It's a little bit of flour, a little, you know how to make pancakes, right? But it's just a Saturday morning thing that happens in our house. And if there are no pancakes on Saturday morning, it's kind of like, oh, I wonder what's for breakfast, because it's like it's so expected that this thing is going to happen. And it just became a tradition almost. And in that tradition is an expression of how we love each other, through something quite simple, making pancakes.
And yeah, even the act of showing up to eat the pancakes and be in community,
Yes.
right? Even
Yeah.
that of like, I value the relationships in this house,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be present for it.
Yeah.
And that's the mindfulness part, is acknowledging what's there and being present for it.
Yeah.
Great. So maybe we can just share that with the folks watching the video and invite you all to join us in the Mighty Networks, to hear more on this topic.